This is roasting. 35 degrees Celsius. I've taken all my pictures outside and I'm like, I just need to find me some shade. And I just want to experience what it's going to feel like to actually walk into the stadium, to feel the air conditioned. Oh, this is glorious. Absolutely glorious. It's like stepping into a fridge. Living the dream. I can feel myself rapidly cooling down. Ah, this is what dreams are made of.
I have found out why America is so great. And it is one thing and one thing only. Air conditioning. It is the greatest thing I have ever experienced. It is hotter than Satan's butt crack out here. But what makes it bearable is the air conditioning. I believe you need to add a verse to your national anthem that talks about air conditioning. Americans are only scared of one thing, and that is being hot. But I love it. I love it. Is it something you have against being hot? Because the air conditioning, the ice in everything. Alors, something that I figured out while being here is that ice makes everything better. Better. I am convinced Americans put ice in every drink. The other day, I was out for breakfast and I was at a cafe. I look over and a man had ice in his milk. Oh. Americans love ice so much that le Titanic, no, le Titanic, whatever you say, I believe the Titanic was out to get more ice. Here in Texas, I see these signs that say that some people want ice. I don't understand that, and then people tell me that ice will take me away. What is this?
Update on the humidity here in Kansas City for the World Cup. When the players are complaining, I promise you, there is something to, I don't know if it's complain about. I've been outside now for maybe 5 minutes. Just a little brisk walk. This is the outfit. I thought I'd wear this. Breathable. Sweating. It doesn't go anywhere, it just lingers. Oh!
Have you ever walked into a building and felt like you had just entered a refrigerator? Or have you ever wondered why Americans love air conditioning so much while many Europeans seem to avoid it? Well, with thousands of European fans traveling to the United States for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, many of them are getting a huge surprise. And it is not just football, it is the air conditioning. So, guys, let's watch this video until the end, then I'll be back with more comments. Otherwise, if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscription button. You can also comment, like, and share this video out.
I'm not being silly, yeah? But just take a look at me right now. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm sat in my kitchen trying to cook dinner. No, I haven't been for a run. No, I haven't been lifting weights. I've just been sitting here and stirring the pot every now and again. This is what happens when the UK has a heat wave. You are just in a puddle all day long. And you know why that is? It's because we don't have any air conditioning. No houses have aircon. In America, okay, it might be hot, humid in the day, but at least in the evening, when you go back to your home, you can click that button, put the AC on, and be nice and chilled. Get some goose pimples because you're a little bit cold. In the UK, when we have hot weather, it is barbaric. There is no way to get away from the heat. Ain't nobody got a swimming pool, maybe a paddling pool, but nothing like that. Nothing like they have in the US, man. No ice dispensaries, no aircon. This is gonna be me all night now. Like, how am I gonna go to bed? I'm gonna go to bed in a puddle of my own sweat. Take me back to America.
Okay, so we've been in America for like, what, 2 weeks now, and we've noticed
I'm
that...
bloody sick of it, by the way. I'm bloody
We've
sick of it.
noticed that you guys think it's actually hot out here.
It's not. It's not.
You literally have AC. You literally have AC. We don't do AC. You go into Birmingham, you go into London, you won't find AC in these houses, you know. We don't do that out there. And so we would be outside and then we go inside and it's still hot. But you guys can go inside and it's cool off. And we only know that because we've been in an Airbnb and it's actually freezing in here.
Literally.
So...
Like, try growing up back in Birmingham. It's bloody hot.
It's so hot.
You lot
It's
don't know
so
what
hot.
hot is. You don't know what heat is. I'm taking it about 95 degrees. We don't have AC.
Right.
We don't.
Yeah, if you go outside for too long and you're too hot, you have to go inside, you have to run the bath. You have to run it cold. And even still, sometimes it wouldn't even be cold. So no matter what, we cannot escape the heat. You guys can escape the heat. If you do your research elsewhere, you'd find that there is other places that actually don't get to get out of the heat.
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
It is.
It's a
You have-
literal privilege.
Honestly. Maybe, do you guys even struggle?
Honestly.
Do you even know what struggling is?
Because it's just, you live in luxury here. So honestly, take that as you will. But yeah. Look, we're not saying we don't like the AC, we're just saying we don't have it. And
yeah, we really enjoy having AC.
it is actually really nice. But yeah.
So please don't be coming at us in the comments. We've had so many comments in our last video coming at us, and we're like,
Yeah.
we're grateful for these big portions. We're grateful for all the big food that you
Yes.
guys. You guys get big food, but
Literally all I'm saying is you guys are kind of living luxury. So
yeah,
don't take it for
and
granted.
just don't like. You guys are always saying like life is so hard, but it's really hard to live in the heat back in the UK. So.
It is. Not saying you guys, your lives aren't hard, not saying it.
Yeah,
Not
just
saying it.
like
Just,
the AC is great. So
yeah, that's all. Yeah.
The Americans were right when they said us English can't handle the heat. I've just landed in Texas for the World Cup, and the heat is another level in America than what it is to England. Every time it's a heat wave in the UK, we post on Twitter to say how hot it is, and there's always an argument with Americans saying it's not that hot, and we always argue that it is hot, it's different heat, whatever. No, the heat here is different. The air is thick like soup, and even in the middle of the night, it's 29 degrees. Right now it's 35 and you can barely breathe the air. Thank God Americans actually have AC.
This is my first time in the US during summer, and I'm thinking about all the videos I watched last year about like how British heat is worse than American heat and how British heat is hotter than American heat. I'm in the south of the US right now. What is it on my hair? I have never experienced humidity like this, and I grew up on an island by the coast of Africa. It's a tropical island by the coast of Africa. I understand humidity. I was born in humidity. The air here is thick. It's heavy. It's hot. It's sticky. Anyways, heat is heat. I regret to inform you guys, we also have a way of measuring real feel, accounting for things like humidity. Before British people are like, yeah, but in Britain we have humidity. It is so hot. But I would much rather prefer spending my time in the US during summer than I would in Italy, though, because at least over here I don't have to smell BO. Like, that's nice. It's like revolutionary, honestly. The lack of BO makes summer better. If the discourse was about the enjoyment of heat, then I would have agreed. It's much more enjoyable to be hot here. But guys, British heat is not hotter than American heat. Like, what even is American heat? Are you talking about Arizona heat, Florida heat? Anyways.
The Europeans can't handle the American heat, and it's making everybody go point and laugh, haha, we fucking told you so, okay? The Europeans have had this weird little feud, and there's this thing on the internet that's been going for a really long time, that's basically Europeans claiming that their summers, their heat is worse than American heat, or that they deal with that heat better than Americans do, because they don't put, like, ice in their drinks, they don't have AC, they don't have, like, all of their buildings don't feel like a fridge. So they think that they deal with heat better than Americans do. And recently, a bunch of European athletes have come to America to train, and you are seeing so many videos of them being laid out, bending over, about to throw up, begging, like saying we're struggling so hard. These people are like bright in sweat, like flat out in the sun, looking like they're about to pass away. Like and it's like dozens of them, multiple teams. And here's the thing, okay? The thing about American heat is also humidity. There's so much humidity. Oh my God, whenever there's humidity, like whenever there's low humidity, the sweat on your body is able to evaporate. Whenever there's really, really high humidity, it's really hard for like the moisture on your body to evaporate. And that's what these people are going through. That's why they're soaked in sweat. And it's not like Americans are bragging about how like hot it is here. But oh my dear God, it's been such a long fucking little feud. I'm like, no, we actually have hotter stuff because we don't have ice cubes and AC. We have that shit because it is so hot. Not a flex, just
America, this is no joke. It's 7:30 in the evening and I've never felt heat like it. Why is it like this? This Texas heat is ridiculous. It's cooler on the sun. It's so hot, I saw fire ants with sunscreen on. In fact, it's that hot, I'm pretty sure if you was to milk a cow right now, you'd get evaporated milk. In fact, no, it's hotter than that. It's the air, you can't breathe. It's thicker than Cardi B. It's that hot, I've just seen a bird pull a worm out the ground with oven mitts on. How do people survive this? Do chickens just lay hard-boiled eggs around here? Like, what? You know what? I'm half tempted to pass away, because I think cremation will be cooler than this. I've been to Arizona, New Mexico, even Africa. But Texas takes the #1 spot. This is... Lord, whatever you're baking outside, I think it's done, all right? Just cool us down a bit. Has anyone got a sauna I can sit in to cool down?
Why do you guys get so happy when you say, oh my God, it's going to be 30 degrees next week? That is a bad thing. This country, when it's hot, there is no wind. I mean, when there is wind, the wind is just hot air. Why are you happy about that?
For many Europeans, the first thing they noticed after arriving in America is how cold the indoor space are. Whether it is the airport, hotel, shopping mall, restaurant, supermarket, or stadium, the air conditioning is often running at full power. Some visitors even joke that stepping inside an American building feels like walking into a fridge. At first, many Europeans find it shocking. They wonder why the temperature is set so low. Some even carry jackets during the summer because they know the indoor space will be much colder than outside. This is very ironical because you know that if you enter the house, you know that it is going to be warm. But you can see these people, they carry jackets inside the house, but they leave them during when they are getting out of the house. So that is very ironical. But after spending a few days in the United States, many begin to understand why Americans rely on air conditioning so much. The American summer can be extremely hot, especially in states like Texas, Arizona, we have Florida, and parts of the South. It is not just temperature that makes it difficult. The humidity can also be overwhelming in some places. Simply walking outside for a few minutes can leave you sweating. Because of this, air conditioning isn't viewed as a luxury. In America, it is considered as a necessity. It helps people stay comfortable, work efficiently, sleep better, and in many cases, it even protects people from dangerous heat-related illness. This difference has created an interesting debate online. Many Europeans argue that they are used to living without air conditioning. They say opening windows, using fans, and allowing fresh air into the house is enough. Some even believe that people become more dependent on AC and that naturally ventilation is healthier. On the other hand, many Americans completely disagree. They argue that anyone who has experienced a summer in places like Texas or Arizona, knows that opening a window often brings in even hotter air instead of cooling the house. It can make everything worse. Another that is also very ironical because I believe when you open your windows, you know that you are going to get fresh air. But at this case, we are being told that you will get the hot air coming into the house, and your house is going to be very hot. So opening the windows is not a solution. America also points out that modern life in the United States depends heavily on air conditioning. Offices, buildings, hospitals, schools, we have shopping centers, movie theaters, restaurants, we have hotels, and even public transport are designed with the climate control in the mind. So if you have walked to the USA, you'll find it very developed. A lot of houses, hotels, even the buses, they have this what we call the AC that is gives out call. So without AC, many of these places could become uncomfortable or even unsafe during extreme heat. But why is Europe so different? The answer lies in both history and culture. Many European cities are filled with centuries old buildings made from thick stone and brick walls. These buildings were designed long before electricity existed. The thick walls naturally kept interior cooler during hot days and are warmer during winter. Installing modern air conditioning system in these historical buildings can be expensive and technically difficult. In some cities, there are even strict rules that limit changes to historic buildings. There are also cultural differences. Many Europeans have traditionally focused on saving energy and reducing electricity use. For years, they viewed their air conditioning as something necessary, except during the hottest days. Americans, however, built much of their modern cities during time when electricity was cheap and air conditioning technology was becoming common. As a result, home and commercial buildings were designed with the AC as part of everyday's life. But things are beginning to change. Climate change is bringing more frequent and intense heat waves across Europe. Every summer, we have new temperature records are being broken in several countries. As a result, more European families are installing what we call air conditioners than ever before. Government are also discussing how to protect people during extreme heat, especially the elderly and the vulnerable population. Meanwhile, Americans are facing their own challenge. Cooling millions of homes, offices, and businesses uses enormous amount of electricity. As temperature continues to rise, energy demand keeps increasing. That is what you should put at the back of your mind. Raising concerns about power grids, electricity costs, and environmental impacts. So while Europe is slowly becoming more accepting of air conditioning, America is starting to ask whether it is heavy dependence on cooling can remain sustainable in the future. In the end, neither side is completely right or completely wrong. Europe developed differently because of its history, architecture, and culture. America also developed differently because of its climate, geography, and infrastructure. So, when Europeans visit the United States for the 2026 World Cup, many will probably experience what feels like Indo winter in the middle of the summer. And after spending time in the intense American heat, some may even find themselves appreciating the very thing they once criticized. So, this story isn't really about air conditioning. It's about how geography, it's about how history, it's about how culture and climate shape the way people live. What seems normal in one part of the world can feel completely strange somewhere else. So, in the same way, if you travel to another country, you'll find something different. So, what do you think? Is America keeping buildings too cold? Or is air conditioning simply essential for surviving the summer? So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for watching out this video. Please, if you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. Let us reach 1,000 subscribers, and I'll appreciate so much. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Until the next one.